So after watching yesterday's videos, I decided the generator should probably go somewhere else. I know I can still hear it. Hopefully it's not as loud in the camera. So this machine here, my parts guy, like I sat there and dug through the internet myself. He's checking to see if he might have a used machine that has a used thing. Like I might just, like he says he thinks he has one with a locked up engine. So he's going to look for that and then give me a call. Because this cable is trash. It's bent, and when you go to bring it back, it just pops right out of the spot. The zip tie really didn't help anything. So we're going to move on to something else. Today's mission, if I choose to accept it, which I'm pretty sure I do, is take this lawnmower here and find out, A, if it runs, and B, if I can pull parts off a machine that's over here, which I probably should have already done before starting this recording, and see if I can't make them run. So let's see if we can do that. One of the problems that I need to deal with this particular mower is the handle is missing these nuts here. It's missing the bail, and it's also the cable is broken right here, and it's got this weird attachment on it. So what I'm going to do, and I need I think it's an 8mm. That right here. So I need to. No, it's a 1/4 inch. It's a very old design on this particular machine. It actually uses American fasteners. Because the worst part is I don't even know if this machine's going to run. It had, whoa, wow. I might want to take parts off of this one and make it work on that. I don't know. Because that fuel is rancid. I might just take that whole tank and carburetor since I know I just did the repairs on that. So this has some of these clips here. And it'll pop over. Okay, so hopefully this is the right bail for it, because I forgot I had it out there. And it's not, but it's the right bail for that handle, so hopefully that handle will fit. So there's these two clips. What the heck did I just do with those pliers I just had? I just sat them down somewhere. Whatever. This is why it takes me forever to do anything. I'm so disorganized. So I'll use these to pop this one out. And then you basically just fold the handle in. Look at how this pops out of here. Because even though they're all the same, they're also always different. This one has the mulch plug inside too, which is nice. This is a nice feature to have. I personally prefer to just side discharge everything. But yeah, so I need to basically pull that to the side, which I can do like this. And then pop that out, which is very much easier said than done. Alright. Yeah, give me a minute to find that tool I lost, because I actually really need that. Give me 1 second. So I was looking at this completely wrong. and I actually ended up making it harder to take out because now I have to cut it apart, and that's completely my fault. Like I said, oh, and I need to this is probably just, since that should be the same on both of them. Looks like a 13 millimeter, but it's not. I don't think it's 10 millimeter. So this should be a ½ inch then. Like these machines were built in America, oddly enough, or at least the engines were. And a lot of things are imperial on it. This is actually a 7/16. But that should transfer right over to the other handle. We're going to go ahead and scratch that. I'm going to go ahead and pull the handle off of that one off camera since I'm going to be, down there. So I'm just going to do that off camera and then I'll bring it up here and see how she works. So I did get this one off, obviously, but it involved my death wheel or angle grinder, whatever you want to call it. The cutoff wheel. I hope I put this on the right way. Well, I guess there's only one way to put it because this cable will be on this side. The one bolt that held this on just really did not want to come off. And after like quite a few minutes of messing with it, I just said, the heck with it, and pulled out my angle grinder. I gotta grab something to hammer this in. I might be able to do it by hand. Yeah, I gotta grab something to hammer that in with. Give me a minute. I just went full on caveman with it. And so I promise it wasn't me this time. But somebody had made the same mistake I had made and previously, and caused the damage to that handle or to the cable here. So what did I do? Well, here it is. So we have the handle. I was going to take the gas tank off the other one, but I remember that was the one that we had, that had the holes in the bottom. So the engine pulls free, that's a good sign. It has a lot of compression. That's even finer. So, what do you say we get that fuel tank off and take a look inside it. Let's get over on that side. So you may notice my bungee cord application here. That's just to keep it from rolling off right now. Oh man, this thing still has an original Briggs & Stratton air filter in it. Luckily, I have a brand new one somewhere. This thing is pretty nasty. I'm going to pause this while I blow all this dirt off of it, and I'll be right back. Generally speaking, I don't like to put these carburetors in a cleaning solution because they are plastic, and plastic doesn't like the cleaning solution too much. But At this point, I don't see much of an option because this thing is nasty. It's like reused head gaskets, kind of nasty. That's a automotive joke, by the way. But you know, I have my cordless ratchet in the truck, which is literally right there. But I'm just gonna do this with hand tools. And it's a 13 millimeter and a 10 millimeter. Pull this off. You probably, if you've watched my kind of video, or if you watch my videos at all, you've seen me mess with one of these a couple times. Oh man. Why is it fighting me? It hurts. Why? Why, dude? Why are you doing this to me? There we go. And I just lost that spring somewhere in this funk. Or maybe in that funk. I don't know. And I'm going to, regardless, I'm going to go on. I could, if I felt like disassembling the other one, I could pull that carburetor out of that one and then put it on here. But if I'm going that far, it's like I might as well use the tank, which has some holes in it. Ah, there's the spring. I found the spring. It's right down here. Which, you know, we used gas tank sealer on, which did work, by the way. It's still holding. But I'd really rather not do that if I don't have to. I think that mower is just going to be a parts mower until there's nothing left to give. It's missing a wheel. It's now missing a handle. I'm glad this handle fit. I'm glad everything works. I knew the cable would work because you know, it's the same cable, it just has a different attachment at the end. There's 5 screws holding this in. Oh, you really can't even see me at all, can you? Well, either way, I've got it apart. I'm going to dip it in my solution. I have a brand new gasket for this, so I'm not even going to worry about using that. I'm going to take, I got a can of dip here. You've seen me use it before, and I'm just going to go ahead, empty the tank out, prep the new gasket, and by then this carburetor should be ready to go back on. But I'm also going to take the air compressor, blow out some stuff, and see what happens. So if you've seen my videos for any length of time, you've no doubt seen me put one of these engines together multiple times. So I'm going to let it down. I moved the bungee cord so in a way that it shouldn't be getting hot or heated up by the engine. In fact, I'm actually going to move it again. I'm just going to put it to this wheel here. I checked the oil. It's got plenty of oil. This cable is a little bulky at best. I need to put a zip tie or two on it right here, because the cable is longer than what was originally on it. I'm not sure why. Ah crap, I'm going to put the carburetor the air cleaner base gasket on it. But I can do that in a minute. I hate these gas cans. There's one thing I was not entirely confident about because I've made the same mistake a couple times. So we'll see if I got the one thing in correctly. I need to move the camera. And pointing at the engine. Oh. Well, I put a brand new not sure why it's still in that. There's one thing I want to get. We check the spark plug. Just based on the condition of a few other things, this is probably a mess. Oh yeah, she's wet. I have a brand new one here that has never been fired. Actually, no, that one's not. I got a brand new one in the bag. Actually, this is my last brand new one too. So I better be able to sell this this machine, recoup that cost. I said it before, and I'll say it again till I die. I highly recommend magnetic spark plug sockets versus the ones with rubber in them. They're really not that expensive comparatively. It's actually flooded right now, and I can tell that by the way it's spitting fuel out. I might want to give it a few minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll come back in a little bit. So I went through and I checked service data, and there's nothing I did wrong that I can see. And I'm really confused because if I pour gas down the throat, it runs just fine. If I spray carburetor cleaner, which you can't see, there it is, it runs just fine. I don't know what it's. Well, it's like it'll run for like a minute, well, like a few seconds, and then shut off. So I really don't know what's going on here. So we're going to pull it back apart. I'm going to take a closer look at the carburetor and also make sure that the new gasket and where's my 10 mil? Now it become the meme. But yeah, find out what I did wrong. Got 10 millimeters on that. Or see if there's anything very visible. Like I want to make sure that I had the governor linkage hooked up properly, which I did. And now this tank is full of fuel, so that's going to make things a little more challenging. As you can see. And the way that this carburetor works is it doesn't have a fuel bowl like any other, normal lawnmower carburetors do. It has a diaphragm in it, and it sucks fuel from one side. It actually sucks fuel into a reserve part of the tank, and that's where it pulls it through. It doesn't do it of a carburetor bolt. I wonder if maybe this seal here is bad too. It's just very weird the way it'll kick up. There's supposed to be something there, ain't there? I need to look at one of my running ones. Oh, give me 1 second, because something don't look right now. I take... I'll use air, so it'll be easier. If I take air, I keep unplugging my fan. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah. I feel like there's supposed to be something in there. I might try to put something in there. Not that. Get that out of your head. So, question being, oh, yeah, there's a little check ball. I probably lost this out of most of the ones I had. Because a lot of these don't want to run after I worked on them. I forgot about that check ball. Alright, so I'm glad we were able to solve that mystery, because I guarantee now it'll run. And again, never tighten everything up until you know that it's here. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and put this back together. I'm going to leave my mistake in here, by the way, because I was very confused. I'm like really glad I found it right there too. But luckily this mower was a mess and it didn't get lost when I was blowing everything with an air gun. Time I'm going to put the air filter base gasket on here. I checked service data, and then the service data actually warned me about that, but I was looking at it wrong. I think I just knocked that off under the cover of the engine. Where that spring just dropped to. I keep stepping on the cord to my fan. We'll see how things go without that. Or without pulling back apart. There's the spring. Yeah, I started to suspect that maybe this fresh gas that I just got from Wawa was not fresh. I mean, when I say I just got it, it's like maybe a month ago. But well, maybe that's not. Maybe the gas really wasn't fresh, which is usually a very unlikely scenario because they sell so much gas, it's almost impossible for them to have stale gas. I should do the right thing and pull this cover. I'm going to do the right thing and pull this cover, and I'm going to make sure that the governor linkage is hooked up inside. I'm going to do that off camera, unless anything, exciting happens while I do that. Yeah, I want to do the right thing, because this is a machine that's going to be sold to somebody. I'll be right back. So that all went down with no drama. I took the pins off to look at it. Everything was all there properly. So we're going to lower it down. Verify that it runs. Actually, the primer ball feels right now. Well, that sucks. I'm just going to swap that whole tin with the other one. I'll be right back. The funny thing is I contemplated taking this off the other mower because the cover on here is a little on the broken side. So I didn't, or I just didn't feel like it, so I didn't. So here we go again. Oh, you cannot see a dang thing I'm doing. I'm glad I looked over. I'm sorry. Actually, I'll put you guys right in on the action. By the way, I have plenty of ventilation in here if you guys are worried about that at all. Probably not. You guys here for entertainment. Man, that was just a kick in the you-know-whats, especially if you're a guy. And, well, at least I have a... Oh, wrong way. I do have a spare rewind if I need it. And, third bolt's right back there. They're, like, right there. So there's that. What I do with that new rewind? That was just like a, oh God, it's right here in front of me. That was just like not fair, man. So this one has the holes. Luckily, I'm glad I don't have to make them. But it never had the dipstick there. I'm really glad I had this parts machine here, you know. Like that was just oh, let me see here. I'm sorry if you were already typing out we can't see you, and then I went ahead and fixed it. Yeah, sorry about that, I guess. Alright, so let me grab back to this side. I guess I need to find that 7mm again. Or 7/16. Here it is. Like I was so ready. Actually, since these weren't already threaded, what I'm going to do is grab my adapter, wherever I have that. I feel like I put that over here. There it is. Rather than sit here screwing those in by hand, making new threads. I'm just going to do this. Not going crazy with it. You're not hearing the ugga-duggas. I could repaint that if I wanted, but I don't think I'm going to do that. That's just like epic levels of not fair. Alright, so I'm gonna let it down. I need a better grease. I was using white lithium, but I don't think that's the best for this particular job. This one doesn't seem like it's got the greatest rope in it either. But I hope you guys like the Franken mower. Let me go ahead and see what I can come up with here. Hopefully I don't elbow the camera. Yeah, it had gotten a bit flooded, so it smoked a little bit. The other thing I'm going to do, if I can, I'm going to transfer something over from the old handle onto this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the engine warm up quite a bit, and then I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and do an oil change on it, and I'll take it home, power wash it, and we'll be ready for a selling it. It smoked quite a bit because of that. Oh shoot! I got to put those pins in too. The pins for the handle. Oh man. So this ain't gonna work. Where's my 1/4-inch ratchet? Or I'll just take this. Actually, will that go in here? Yeah, I don't think this has a hole compatible with that. Oh well. I wanted to put something. I wanted to put this little bracket on there so that when the handle doesn't fly forward like that every time. But that's not going to work. Anyway, I'm going to bring this thing up and then we'll come up with a conclusion in a few minutes. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, so I'm running this thing. Let me make sure this whole thing is in the... And, I hear a horrific noise. So I shut it off as quickly as I could, and there's this. I don't know what the hell that's from, but I only see one solution. Death wheel. I don't know what, like where that came from. Why? I know what it's for. And starting to fall off the table, and the fuel tank being over full is not helping matters at all, because it just tried to dump fuel everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jack this thing up some more. I'm going to find a way to support it better. The full fuel tank is dumping, and I'm going to cut that out of there. The purpose of this machine is to be a cheap mower, so I'm not going to prep too much on a few things, but yeah, can't have that happen. Have that under the, ow, how about those warm? Yeah, it was running for a good few minutes, and then, holy crap, and now I'm stuck. So we're going to go ahead and slice this out of here. Needless to say, that scared the crap out of me. So let's make sure that it runs again. Oh my God. I just saw a whole bunch of sparks. I'm jacking it up while I had it running. And boy, man. I thought one of these straps got stuck in it. This one here, but I have that tied off, and these other ones are both on the outside. So let's make sure we didn't do any engine damage, because man, I don't know if you can tell how I'm a little bit freaked out right now. And it's going to smoke like a banshee, too. Guarantee that. Let's see. A couple more. Or it might be flooded right now. Oh man, dude, that's refreshing. Okay, so it does run. I'm going to get to changing the oil, do a couple other things, and I'll be right back. I think this is going to be it for the Frankenmower video. I'm hungry. Kind of want to go home and get something to eat, and I got to turn the generator back on because I had to go out and get a brand new blade, because the blade that was on there was just not in good shape. So I'm going to take these home, these two mowers, that Craftsman and this Pullman, get them cleaned up, get them ready to go, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now that I know what I'm looking for, I can pull that other one, that first green one, out and see what's going on with that. And I will say thanks for watching, have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.